Smash Ultimate Rooster is amazing. No matter if you like the game or not, you have to admit that care that went into each of 82 characters is unbelievable. Very often, what hyped me more than character was how their OG gameplay was translated into Smash. Sakurai and his team are known for their brilliancy in this aspect, but even Sakurai can make mistakes sometimes, and with Rooster so massive, there may be some missteps here and there, and especially since a lot of the cast is made with casual play in mind. My name is Tokjo, and today we are gonna talk about 10 worst designed characters in Smash Ultimate, or at least 10 worst designed characters in my opinion. But before we start with the list, let me explain one thing. This is not a tier list or list of worst competitive characters. Well-designed character can be low or even bottom tier. Just look at Ganondorf. How can you say he is badly designed if everyone loves to play him or against him, and Ganonditos are famous for being most fun you can get in Smash? On the other side of the spectrum, characters with no weaknesses are surely top tiers, but I wouldn't call their design good. With that said, I base my list on how much fun you can get when playing as and against character, core ideas behind their moveset, and also how well they represent their source material, or rather lack of those factors. Also, I feel I need to address one character that won't be on this list. His name is Olimar, and I know he is so awful to play against, but still idea behind his moveset on paper sounds very cool. Just picking different Pikmins and creating lineups that would affect your move it just sounds very cool. Execution of this idea left a lot to be desired, but I think Olimar rather has balance problem than design ones. Okay, so with that said, let's start with the list. But before, if you like a content, please consider becoming my sub or spiking that like button. So we are gonna start the list with my own main, Mewtwo. And if I would like to talk about Mewtwo, you know what I will be talking about. I will be talking about his tail. Very long tail. But it may be surprising to you that I don't really mind tail hurtbox. Of course it is Mewtwo's weakness, but as I mentioned, character having a weakness, it's not necessarily the bad design. I would even argue it's good design, especially if character can mitigate its weakness. And Mewtwo can mitigate tail hurtbox with very good movement, and with moves like Shadow Ball that puts his tail right behind him. And also important part of Mewtwo design is that he's light and he really don't want to trade, and this having hurtbox on tail make it moves like F-tilt or backer aren't really broken as if they would be disjointed. Maybe the only moment I wish that the hurtbox really wasn't there is with Mewtwo initial dash. As you know, Mewtwo is a bait and punish character, and with character like that you would like to dash in, dash out and stuff. And if you look like this dash out animation, the tail lasts behind Mewtwo for very long. He basically doesn't have dash back, I would say. Or at least when I play him, I never just dashing back when I'm close to enemy. Rather, I think roll is a much better option for Mewtwo. You need to play very strange bait and punish because of that. Usually what you would like to do is just, do some safe areas, dash back, maybe punish with Shadow Ball, or just, any combo starter. But again, you can really do that with Mewtwo. But if I don't really care about the tail, why do I even mentioning it, or why even my precious main is on that list? Well, imagine, for a moment, close your eyes and imagine Pokemon that is, has amazing psychic powers, it's original Uber, the best Pokemon that was created in Gen 1. And now imagine his moveset. Would it be random tail swings? No, because it's basically half of Mewtwo moves, it's just random tail swings, and I really hate it. All his tilts, two of his areas, such as tail swings. Even his, down throw is just a tail slam. I hate it so much. It's so unimaginative. The best psychic Pokemon there was in Gen 1. Why would this Pokemon do this during a fight? Why would he do that? And you know what's especially grind my gears is that his other moves are basically my favorite moves in the game. That's why I main him. Okay, it's one of the reasons I main him. But moves like Nair, like up throw, like up smash are amazing. I love this. I love how they feel. Batteries the moves to just tail swings. And with this, that will be a bit bigger redesign. It's not only just changing animation, because as I mentioned, part of Mewtwo's identity is that he doesn't want to trade, and if all this, tail swing could stay the same, just as disjoint, some psychic power or something, he would be broken. And I don't want to play top tier, to be honest. So, next on the list is Sakurai's own son, Kirby. And I would say Kirby has very similar problem to Mewtwo. His specials are alright, I like them a lot, but his normal moves, again, they're just kicks and punches, similarly to me to tail swings. But the problem with Kirby is even bigger, because as I mentioned, only specials and maybe his dash attack. He's creative, and all other moves is just just basing kicks and punches that I don't even think are referencing anything in Kirby. And it's a shame, because Kirby's moveset could be even more creative than Mewtwo's. It could be one of the most creative moveset in the game, with all the powers that Kirby can absorb from his enemies. Even the most recent trailer from the Direct showed that Kirby even can absorb a car and start riding, etc. His moveset could be amazing, and it's so boring. And to be honest, just for that, I would put Kirby much lower on the list, but he has one saving grace. And this is his neutral B, which steals power and also gives him cute hat like this one. You took this one of the most boring character in terms of moveset in the game, and you gave him the most amazing move in the entire game as well. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's really DLC treatment Kirby got with that move, and it since the first Smash game was working like this. It's amazing by its own. And big part of each Direct is just Smash Direct reveal of new character, is just looking how Kirby would look in new cut, because he is always so cute. Just look at him. It is his saving grace, but I really wish more of his moveset or just show moves from his game, different powers that he could get. Especially that, for this neutral B, he only got powers from other Smash characters, so you could freely use other moves as other powers he can get in his game as his moves here. Also, I will add that I have this small cool Easter egg Kirby could get. In this Kirby Smash game that was released like last year, I guess, and everyone played for a weekend and forgot. Unfortunately, because I liked it a lot. There was this Shoto Kirby. It's basically fighter Kirby, but it was basically Shoto. He could do command inputs there and do all Ryu and Ken moves. So I have this small wish for Easter egg that if you play as Kirby, if you do Hadouken input, Kirby would just do Hadouken, a small Hadouken. And if you would eat Ryu or Ken and get their power, you would get access to all other Shoto's moves, input moves. I think that would be very, very cool. And Kirby, in competitive play is very low on the tier list, so it would be nice if he got a little buff like this, projector would be very big buff for Kirby, especially Hadouken, where he can, do slow Hadouken and approach behind it. And I was mentioning he's very bottom of the pro tier list, but in the casual game, he's very high there. He's considered broken with, almost like this and this and this. But once again, since that would be motion input, I doubt a lot of casual players would bother with it. Maybe they would do it by accident and, you know, just checking how to do this and stuff. I think it would be pretty funny. And it wouldn't just make Kirby too broken on casual gameplay. But maybe it's just me, I just love Street Fighter and I love shotos overall. So next character on the list is our first top tier Paolo. And I can hear some of you saying that why she's on the list of this badly designed character. People say she's very honest and well-rounded and stuff. To be honest, I disagree. I disagree with that statement a lot. And to show you what I mean, firstly, let's look at two characters that I really think they are balanced and well-rounded. So, Mario and Lucina are two characters. I would say they are really honest and really well-balanced. Because basically what I see as balanced character is character that has strengths, but also character that has its own weakness, and maybe a way to mitigate those weaknesses, kind of. Let's start with Lucina, maybe. So, she has very noticeable strength, and this is her range. It's so big, right? But you know, also she gets pretty good movement, especially her walk speed. More about that later, but also she has weakness. Even though her neutral with, you know, her movement and disjoint is pretty easy. Her reward for winning neutral is not as big. It's not as big. Usually Lucina has like, you know, straight hits only, or maybe like combo that 2 hits combo or something like this, you know. She also, I believe, only true follow-up from grab is that she can have at 0%, so it's another problem. If you are shielding against her, she can do too much damage to you. Of course, she has a ways to mitigate that problem, you know. With shielding, she has her shield breaker, and overall, maybe she can't get much damage from, you know, straight hits, but she has a ways to keep you in disadvantage for very long. With her amazing up tilt and very, very fast walk speed, she can, you know, juggle you above her very easy. And now let's go to Mario. And Mario is another character that, you know, has very good movement like Lucina, but also has very noticeable weakness, and it is his short range. But because of that, first of all, he had projectile that would help him approach, right? He can it would be difficult to zone you with fireball, but, you know, this projectile is designed so Mario could follow behind it and, you know, do some have easier approach to you. And the other thing that he has is that his reward for getting in is much bigger. But you know those Mario players, they just hit you once and they can hitting you 4 days, maybe something like this. I know that combo wasn't the best, don't worry. Another advantage Mario has over Lucina is that he has combos from his grab as well on lower percent. You know, he can probably do something like this. On higher percent, he can use his down throw to combo. Again, I'm not a Mario player, so I don't know how to do anything optimal with him. But yeah, Mario is another character that has clear weakness, clear strengths, and, you know, way to mitigate his weaknesses. So, Paolo has basically best of both worlds. She has big disjoint like Lucina, and she has combos like Mario. I don't know if they are working at 0, I'm not Paolo player, but, you know, you can just do nurse, then uppers or fair. You know the drill, I won't be just presenting it here. Or maybe I will try. Yeah, probably it wasn't true. But anyways, Paolo has combos, right? She hits you with Nair. I mean, you're going for a ride. She will hit you with Nair, then upper, and another upper until you're dead, basically. Just watch any Paolo play, and it's super easy and basic. I know I haven't done it when I tried to show you. But you know, I can do this, and it would work for most players online. Just look at this move. It's like very big multi-hit that covers all her hurt box. How do you deal with this move? How do you deal with rising nerf? Really, and her, you know, her fall speed and stuff is just when she's landing is basically she's covered until she land. And when I said how do you deal with this move, really, how do you deal with nerf? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. Maybe, you know, with good movement you can just dash in, shield on time, and even for the best parry last move. But you know, it's difficult. It's difficult considering to what Paolutena has to do for her combos. The reward she gets from hitting that very low commitment move is amazing. This move is just, I hate this. One of my most hated moves in the game is Paolo Nair. And especially when I think about lower levels of play, you know, what I just said, you know, just dash in, try to make her not space it correctly with your movement. It's more advanced stuff in Smash, you know. And just jump raising there is one of the most basic things you can do in this game. So again, it's so ridiculous. And you know, if it was only Nair, it wouldn't be so bad. But you know, she has a lot of different disjointed moves. Also her grab range. Okay, they nerfed it a bit. I admit they nerfed the grab range a lot. But you know, initially her grab range was bigger than the villager one and much faster, of course. And why was that? Because they wanted to make the most brain-dead character ever, and since you know since her other moves get long range, they wanted to grab, you know, to follow that, so you wouldn't need to space too well around grabs. And you know, it's not all of her crazy moves. Up air, ridiculous as well. Juggling tool, so disjointed, so strong. It kills. You know, it put you above her for more juggles. She has a good movement as well, of course. Up smash, it's 2 frames and also, you know, covers. Probably you need to space it better, but it's 2 frames and also covers, you know, high recoveries at the same time. High recovery, speaking about, okay, someone says, some people say it's bad, but you haven't seen bad recovery if you think Paolo has bad one. You know, she has nice airspeed with that nice directional air dodge, and of course her teleport. People say it's bad because when you are teleporting from below, you have 4 frames of vulnerability instead of 2, like with most of the ABBs. So you basically are 4 framing her, not 2 framing her. But there is trick to that. If you would teleport from I messed it up. But if you would teleport from above the ledge, yeah, like this. As a Mewtwo main, I should do it first time, sorry. If you would teleport from above the ledge, you don't have any vulnerability at all. You can be 2 framed, and of course she can cover her recovery with this move and stuff. Another thing, why does she has super armor on backer and on her dash attack? I don't get it. It's another thing I don't get it. Okay, I get it, because she has this shield, you know, and Sakurai want her to use it. So it's pretty smart in terms of using character look to, you know, as in their moveset. And I like it in that terms, but you know, in terms of balance, I just hate it. Of course, you know, you may say you can try out neutral her, but you know, she has amazing moves, amazing movement, and also she has projectile, and also this projectile that is passing your projectiles basically, or any ways you want to wall her. Also her counter, of course, would be reflector as well. Why not, right? Why not, right? So she got too much good stuff, and also everything is so easy to use. And do not understand me wrongly, in my locals in Poland when I play, there are 2 very good Paolutena players. They would beat me with any characters. They are just much better than I am, and they're playing Paolutena. So, you know, if you play her, you may be a very good player, but it doesn't mean that she's the easiest character in the game. She's easier than Ike, much easier than Mario. And you know, the worst part is that for her, the simplest gameplay, she is getting ridiculous rewards for just hitting those snares. And I very love, like, idea someone mentioned somewhere in the internet, that to make both of those characters you can see on screen balance, they should switch snares, right? Paolo should get Pitsner and Pit should get Ballooner. I really like that idea, although you all Pit mains in the comments, you may let me know if that would really be a good idea for our little angel hill. He's finally back, you know him well, at number 7, one and only DK. I wanted to wrap it, but I chicken out. If this video, let's say, get 1000 likes, I will do that in the next one. Anyways, what you see on the screen, I said it's Donkey Kong, but it's not true. It's not Donkey Kong. This is just regular gorilla that has Donkey Kong tie and looks like Donkey Kong, but it has zero DK personality. I mean, to be honest, his idle pose is pretty DK, and his dash attack is very DK, down B is DK, and of course cargo throw also is DK, but all other moves are not Donkey Kong at all. It's just angry gorilla punching, slapping and stuff. You know, even Diddy Kong, let's see Diddy Kong. Not only his special are, you know, just more creative and overall, you know, barrels, gun and stuff, and even banana. But, okay, I know I didn't grab it. But, it's stuff like down tilt, you know, you can see this he clap. Same like with Donkey Kong F smash. But here you can see at least this little effect from like some rhythm games that DK was part of. And DD. And Donkey Kong doesn't have even that. You know, it's just angry gorilla. Especially what I hate that when he has his punch charge. He's like literally angry gorilla. He lost that idle pose that says DK. He's just angry gorilla. Now he's still, you know, fun-loving Donkey Kong. And I would say it may be difficult to give, you know, platformer character more creative moveset, but it's not true. It would be so, maybe not easy, but DK would have so creative moveset, you know. He has these animals he ride on, he has even, you know, this, I mentioned rhythm games during GameCube era, you may like it or not, but he was chained to this bongos thing. You know, you could use it in his moveset. Let's say here, instead of slamming ground, he could slam bongos easily. Easily he could do it. He could throw barrels, he likes to eat bananas, he could be, you know, as maybe comeback mechanism, gathering the Kong letters or stuff. He could be, instead of this move, he could, you know, just get into barrel and be shot. There's plenty of stuff you can do with DK, but you know, why does he spin? Where did he spin in his game? I don't get it. When did he was like punching and I don't know, kicking in his game? It's not DK. It's not DK, it's just angry gorilla. The one saving grace DK has, you know, similarly Kirby has saving grace, DK has one as well, that's why he isn't lower on the tier list, is that he is so fun to play. I know people are usually saying about Ganondorf Dittos that they are so fun, and I would say, admit they are very fun. I even mentioned them in the intro, but I would say DK Dittos are even more fun. And outside of the Dittos, just playing Donkey Kong, is so fun. Alright, so next on the list is Mario's own Echo Fighter, which is Dr. Mario. And to better describe why I think his design is bad, let's go back a bit to his brother, less educated brother. So as I mentioned, you know, both Mario and Dr. Mario have similar problems. Their range is pretty short. But Mario, what he's doing, you know, he has good movement and, you know, he can mitigate this problem basically. But Dr. Mario, what his trade-off is. So he has much bigger strength than Mario. His moves are, you know, stronger, kills area and stuff. Let's say his F smash is 26, Mario's is only 18, right? But the trade-off was that he's much slower. And now let's think about that trade a bit. So does Mario need more strength or more kill power? I doubt it. No one, I have never seen Mario player that would be, you know, complaining that he can kill with this character. No, his F smashes are very, very good. How many times you saw Mario just standing on the ledge and, you know, spamming this, or just, you know, going towards you, then switch direction and up smash. Up smash is so good at killing. So Mario doesn't have any problem with kills, nor the damage, to be honest, since his combos are so long. Dr. Mario fixed a problem that really wasn't there, and just giving up on speed is such a big deal. As I mentioned, Mario needs speed to get in, to bait you, to do anything. You know, he needs to get in because his range is so short. And Dr. Mario doesn't have it. He has problems with that. So it was very bad trade-off, as you know, Trump said probably was trade in history on trades. Yeah, so that's Dr. Mario for you. That character is just not working. I mean, to make him work, I would say you may have slower Mario, character that is slow but very strong, you know, in close range. But to do that, his projectile should be amazing, and pills are very good. Don't misunderstand this. Pills are very good, but still, you know, as they're lacking. For Dr. Mario, he would need something a bit better, or maybe second projectile. Maybe instead of this tornado, they gave him projectile, or at least make this tornado strong enough to give him a bit more distance with his recovery. No, it's another problem with Dr. Mario, since he's so slow. Mario's recovery is just not working on Dr. Mario. So yeah, but you know, with better projectile, if he could make you approach just with projectile, he will be in some trouble, because, you know, next here, close to you, he's pretty strong when he gets in, and, you know, with good projectile, he would make you to do all the hard work for him. But now, you know, when you play anything with Reflector, just this character is free win to you. Unfortunately, because I love Dr. Mario, but this character is just not working.